This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 3844 Evans Street, Los Angeles, California, 90027. Today is February 23rd, 2023. We're performing a video sewer inspection through a 3-inch vitreous clay mainline cleanout located in the alleyway just at the back, at the rear of the property next to the garages. This goes out towards the front of the property and on Evans Street, and this is our alleyway, and these are the garages on our alleyway here. We're just next to the side gate here in between the parking garages. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to zero out our camera monitor. We did run a little bit of water in several different areas around the building just to verify what's passing through, and we do have some water running from our laundry room, and as well we spoke with the manager, and he did mention that the lines that they hydrojet and clean and maintain is this line that we're running through a 3-inch vitreous clay line, and as well as a mainline sewer clean out the front of the property. So what we're going to do is we're just going to zero the camera monitor here. We're going to drop down and just begin our sewer inspection. Again, it does appear to be a two-way. So again, we're just going to get ourselves past push. We'll pull back just a little bit. It does appear as soon as we drop down. We're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And we're going to come up on that next joint. We're just going to take a good look at the joint. This area here. You can see that we do have a crack in that joint there, just behind the joint from about the 6 o'clock going all the way up and around. So again, we'll just continue to push out. And coming up on the next joint. And this joint as well does have a crack as well. So again, we'll just continue to push out. And coming up on our next joint. And again, it does appear to be a crack as well. The crack there could also be possibly a mark in the casting on the vitreous clay sewer line. So again, when we get to the office, we could take a really good look at that area. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. And again, we're going to pull back just a little bit more. And you can see here, just a little bit. You can see a little bit in this area here that again we do have a fairly large crack in that joint as well. And that's going full diameter of the pipe. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, another crack in that joint as well. So again, you can see in this joint another crack in that joint as well. And that joint appears to have a crack as well. So again, we'll just continue to push out. And again, you can see a little bit of root intrusion coming in that joint from about the 9 o'clock all the way up and around to about the 3 o'clock area. You can see a little bit of root intrusion as well as a crack. So again, you can see the crack coming in from about the 9 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 3 o'clock area. And again, another full diameter crack. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, as we continue to push out, you can see that we do have another full diameter crack in that joint as well. And that joint as well. And again, in that joint as well. So it does appear that all the joints thus far all have cracks in them. So again, a little bit of root intrusion. You can see some more root intrusion coming into that joint there right around the 11 o'clock area. And again, a crack in that joint. We'll make a little bit of a turn. And it does appear to have some sort of an obstruction in that area. So we're going to pause here for a moment and we're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and we did mark it on the concrete with an orange dotted paint, and is at approximately 3 foot 4 inches deep. And again, you can see there's some sort of obstruction or something in that area. We're just going to try to push a little bit to see if we can get... Yeah, we don't want to get stuck on the other side of the obstruction just in case we can't pull back. Okay, as you can see just in front of us here, we do have quite a large root intrusion coming into that joint there. And again, a little difficult to pass. There's some sort of obstruction here that's blocking the line. So again, we just don't want to push through and get stuck. And then as we pull back, our camera gets wedged in between that obstruction and looks like to be some sort of a fitting or possibly even a piece of the pipe. So again, very difficult to tell, but it does look to be a piece of the pipe. So again, we're just going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, what we're going to do is, as we pull back, we'll pull back just a little bit, and as you can see here, it does appear to be a plug. It's actually a rubber drain plug that came off and fell into the sewer line here, and it's blocking the line here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause our mic. We're just going to see if we can push possibly past it. It is rubber, so it should be flexible, and hopefully we can push past this part. So we're just going to pause our mic here. Okay, again, we went ahead and attempted to push through this area, but unfortunately we're unable to get past this point. And again, as we push through, you can see that there is quite a bit of root intrusion just beyond this point. And again, this rubber cap is blocking the sewer line there. So again, we did mark this area at 3 foot 5 inches deep with an orange dot of paint on the front right-hand corner of the garage. Again, we just attempted to push through. Again, we'll just pause our mic again and give it another shot and see if we can try to get past this. Okay, again, as I mentioned, we're unable to get past this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull back. We're going to try to clear our camera lens. We're going to pull back, and then we'll pull up and out of our clean out, and we're going to just try to run ourselves back towards the laundry room area. So again, as I mentioned, all the joints throughout the vitreous clay sewer line thus far all appear to have cracks in it. As you can see, pretty much every joint has a crack in it. So again, we'll try to clean our camera lens a little bit. And again, you can see there a large crack in that joint. And again, we did get a look at those areas on the way out. And again, another crack in those joints. So again, we'll continue to pull back. Again, more cracks in those joints as well. So again, as I mentioned, every joint thus far all appeared to have a crack in it. Just behind the joint there would be a crack. So again, we're just going to continue to pull back. And again, another crack in that joint. And again, we did get a good look on these joints on the way out. So again, we're just going to continue to pull back. Again, you can see there, another crack. So again, we'll continue to pull back. What we'll do is we'll pull back towards our clean out, and we're just going to relocate direct our camera and get it directed up the line and see if we can push up towards the laundry room. Again, we'll continue to pull back. And we're just going to pause here for a moment, and we're just going to see if we can get our camera to go up the line. So we're going to pause here. Zero out my camera monitor here. Bottom. And we're just going to... There we go. Take a good look as we go up. You can see we've got another crack in that joint as well. So again, we'll continue to push up the line. And again, another crack in that joint. And again, we've got another crack in that joint. And again, you can see a very large crack in that joint there. Full diameter crack going from about the 7 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 3 o'clock area. Again, another crack in that joint. We'll continue pushing slowly. And again, you can see a little bit of, you can see the crack there as well in that joint there. Again, we'll continue to push up the line. And again, you do have another crack in that joint as well. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And here you can see that we do have another root intrusion in this joint. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push up the line. And what we'll do is we're just going to push up as far as we can. And we'll just continue to push up the line. We'll just push up the line. Again, more root intrusion. Again, a lot more root intrusion in this area. Again, we'll make a little bit of a turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull back just a little bit, and we're going to mark this area. We're going to locate this area here, and we'll mark this area where we do make a turn. So we're just going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and we are towards the rear right-hand corner of the house next to the black gate and heading towards the laundry room. And it does appear that this line is serving the laundry room area. So again, we're just going to push in just a little bit more. You can see if we can get past here. We'll make a little bit of a turn, and as we make that turn, we are transitioning to what appears to be cast iron waste line. See if you can make that. Okay, again, we're just going to go ahead and pull back. And again, as we pull back, we'll try to clear our camera lens a little bit. See, but again, you can see that we do have some root intrusion coming in that joint. A little bit of debris buildup caught up on the root intrusion. And again, as we pull back, we'll see if we can find a little bit of water that we can clear our camera lens. Again, a little more root intrusion. And we'll pull back from here. We pull back and we're going to pull up and out of our clean out. What we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and relocated ourselves to the front left-hand corner of the house to a 4-inch cast iron mainline sewer cleanout located just along the walkway on the front left-hand corner of the building. And this is our gate at the front of the property. This is the walkway that heads all the way towards the rear of the property. This is our 4-inch cast iron cleanout, and this goes towards another walkway into a courtyard area. So again, we're just going to zero out our camera monitor here, top of the cleanout. And we're just going to go ahead and continue to push in and take a good look. We are running some water down kind of pretty much at the furthest point. Okay, again, we went ahead and attempted to push through this area, but it does appear that we do have some sort of a blockage in this area. We did run a hose inside there to help push out, hopefully push through and help us push through and get past whatever is blocking it up. But again, the water just filled up and came back up the line. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pull back from here. Unfortunately, we're unable to get through in this area. We're gonna push back in a little bit and rinse our camera lens off, utilize a little bit of this water just to help us clean our camera lens. And we're gonna pull back from here and we're gonna relocate ourselves to a 2-inch ABS waistline cleanout located at the rear of the property, just outside of one of the kitchen windows on the front left-hand corner of the property. So we're gonna pause here. Okay, again, we went ahead and relocated ourselves to the front left-hand corner of the property, and we're just on the side. This goes towards the rear. This is our 2-inch ABS waistline clean out here. This goes out towards the side of the front gate there, and this is the kitchen window here. What we're going to do is we're going to clean up our camera lens real quick and just zero out here. And again, we're just going to attempt to push through and possibly push up through and hopefully possibly reach our city sewer tie-in, or at least see which direction we're headed. So again, it does appear that we transitioned from black ABS waistline to cast iron waistline. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to pull back from here. We're going to switch cameras. We're going to go switch back to our mini camera and see if we can utilize our mini camera and get past these points. So we're just going to pull back from here.